The federal budget has many impacts on Americans and a significant impact on taxpayers specifically. Jen Danko with Maynard Costarison, a Lansing-based accounting and business consulting firm, joins us today. Jen, what are the big changes that taxpayers need to know?
Yeah, so the One Big Beautiful Bill, we're calling it OB3, rolls off the tongue better, was passed in July of this year, and there's really two facets to this bill. The first is that it makes permanent some of the legislation that was set to expire at the end of 2025 through the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Tax Cuts and Jobs Act was the legislation we had before OB3 was passed. The second is that it really puts some new legislation in place that we didn't have before, some of which is meant to benefit middle-class taxpayers. So some great new exciting things coming our way. I would say it's 900 pages, so this is in no way inclusive of everything that's involved in this bill. But some highlights on that are the tax rates and brackets that we've come to know for the last 8 years have been made permanent. For those who took the standard deduction, that double deduction has also been made permanent, so good news there. A new provision that we got this year is for those who take the standard deduction, they can now benefit from that and also get some benefit for their charitable giving. So this, of course, has limitations, limited to $1,000 for a single individual and $2,000 for a married couple. Has to be a cash gift. Donations, unfortunately, to like Goodwill and organizations don't count. If you're over age 65, there's a new $6,000 deduction that you can take in addition to your standard and itemized deductions. For people with kiddos, you can take a $2,200 child tax credit. That number has been raised a little bit from where it was in the past, of which $1,400 of that is refundable. Finally, if you're in a profession that has tips or overtime pay, there is a carve-out for a portion of that to not be taxable anymore. But there's a lot of specifics on this one. The one thing I'd want to point out is if you do receive overtime, it's really only that extra half that's deductible, not the full time and a half.
There's a lot of numbers that you mentioned, and that can be very overwhelming. Taxes can be overwhelming.
Sure.
What advice do you have for taxpayers when it comes to, hey, this is how you can get that personalized breakdown when it comes to tax season and simplify that chaos?
There's different timelines for when some of this takes effect. Some of it is effective in 2025. Other portions of it don't take effect until 2026. So really take the time to learn the specifics. And if you would like, you can work with a tax professional to help you with that.
Jen, I appreciate you for joining us on Mid-Michigan Matters, breaking down, again, some of that chaos and for simplifying it for all of us taxpayers. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, thank you.